Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Just Put Paint on It. This is episode 29 of Season 3. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming to hang out. This is your every Thursday and Friday hobby show on YouTube where I, Skari, your grateful host, get to hang out with Tanya Gates, my wonderful co-host, and we bring on the most amazing guests like Kaylee, Nurgle Snurgle, who's all the way from Nova Scotia. Canada. So
New
we
Scotland.
literally have me in Ontario.
Yeah.
We have, Tanya Gates all the way off screen.
In Vancouver.
Okay. In Vancouver.
Right.
British Columbia. And then we have Kaylee, Nova Scotia on the other side. So we are a continent spanning show today. Really
Is this a Skari sandwich?
It's very Skari. Indeed. I wouldn't eat it. And so, Tanya will not be back for Season 4. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out. I'm continuing to work on my wonderful Revenant Titan that I primed this morning. Oh, look, it's got the base that we did yesterday. It's got all...
It's big.
So awesome. Can't wait to start lining each individual line, because that's how this works. I don't
Get into the Zen space.
I know, but I have to have a conversation as well. Like, it's not, like I can't just totally avoid it because it's a conversation. Anyway, hello. Tanya, who are you? And what are you working on today?
I'm Tanya, and I'm working on finishing up the metallic bits on this little lady, and then I'm gonna get back onto the Night Haunt assembly line.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really exciting, time, if you ask me.
20 chain rasps, and they're so, boingy, so when you, put the brush on them, they're like, boy.
I guess that does make sense. You've got, all this stuff that you need to kind of, keep track of or whatever. Now, have you ever had a time when you're, trying to figure something out and you can't figure it out?
Yeah, every freaking day. It's called life.
Is that how that works? Dang it. I thought I was special.
How do you travel with your Night Haunt?
I just throw it in a box. Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
it's not painted yet. There's 2 characters that are painted, and I've already broken the one while I was painting it. So I am gonna make a magnetized carry tray. I just have to find some sort of locking top bin that's tall enough to fit Kurdos Valentian in it, because he's got a bunch of fancy shit on his chair. He rides a flying chair. So yeah, once I find the perfect container. Yeah, he's a chair guy.
He's the I read that guy's rules. I really like his rules.
He just kills stuff. He just touches stuff and it dies.
That sounds
any
fantastic.
can steal. So I feel
points.
So I feel like the last 2 games I used him in, he didn't steal any, and then my last game, he just every turn stole my opponent's extra command point, and I was like, neat.
Yeah. Haha, sucker.
Mine.
I think the rule is called nobody rules but me or something like that.
No, if I can't rule, nobody rules.
Yeah. Okay,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool. I love the name. The names they give rules in Age of Sigmar. It's and this is a game, by the way, if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about. Age of Sigmar is a tabletop strategy game that is created by Games Workshop. I was going to say James Workshop. By Games Workshop.
James.
And
it's
James
a tabletop
sure is
strategy.
Busy.
That's all wizards and orcs and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. Anyway.
Spooky ghost.
And then the rules are really coolly written. One is I have a longer beard than you. I cause fear or something. There's some weird stuff in there. Okay. So
that
Kaylee,
was the old game.
It was. Kaylee, or Nurgle Snurgle, which is what you go by, which is a fantastic name, by the way, for an Instagram page. You, unsurprisingly, love Nurgle and things chaos. So why don't you tell us a little about who you are, where you're from? Tell us a little about Wrath's Reach and like what
Mhm.
you folks have been doing out there in Nova Scotia, and and where can people find you?
So yes, I am Nurgle Snurgle or the Snurgly one. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I like to give warm fuzzies and show my journey of being a war gamer and a painter as well. So Ras Reach, I help produce every Sunday on Twitch. We do live battle reports. We have collectively gathered the community and we pair them up against each other and they come on stream and show off their beautiful armies and battle it out, not to the death but close enough. And
I've been there. They literally give you a knife, okay,
yeah,
and they say last
you get to
person
choose.
standing wins. Yeah, you get to choose your knife, but
Yes, choose.
yeah, you can either win on the table or win by stabbing your opponent. It's how they do it out
Hmm.
in the Maritimes.
Yeah, they've allowed it on Twitch for some reason.
Yeah,
You got your
exactly.
pools and you got your
Something
knives.
correct. Gravy boats. Gravy.
Yeah, and we've been doing it for about a year and a half, and it's been quite the ride. Never thought I'd be producing the battle reports.
Well, it's awesome. I love it. Of course, we'll be putting a link in the comments, so make sure you go check that out
Hmm.
as well.
Hmm.
And then you have the YouTube as well, which you kind of put like replays up or like edited versions.
Yeah, so we're constantly evolving and trying new things, and we'll be uh, editing them down just a little bit more. Maybe like take out the movement phase because it gets kind of silly during that phase, and nobody really wants to watch the movement. So we'll do the movement and then the recaps. But yeah, you can catch us live on the Sundays, and then catch us on YouTube for the replays as well.
Nice. Well, I think it's really fantastic. And what are you working on today?
Mhm. I am working on a green Lord of Skulls. I'm looking to do the treads probably today.
You say
And
green Lord of Skulls, like a Nurgle Lord of
yeah,
Skulls?
no. So I've been doing commission work for our local game store, and his whole shtick is he wants his game store colors. So his game store
Get it.
colors are green, white, and gold. So if you look at my Instagram, there's some pictures of the Chaos Space Marines army that we did. And we counted up the points. It's about 70 to 100 points that
Nice.
Blood God and I painted up for the store. It was unbelievable. I painted my first Helldrake.
Nice. I believe
Yeah,
we talked about that on one of our first episodes that you ever
exactly.
had on about like the worst model you've ever painted, and everybody's been like voted Helldrake because there's so much trim on it or whatever, and you're like, I've never done one. Interesting.
Hmm.
So
And what's the verdict?
I really liked it.
Yeah, did you do it in sub-assemblies, though?
I did. I had
Yeah.
the wings separate. I think that's the only way to really do it.
Yeah.
Get into the cracks and have it look
Yeah.
good.
Mm.
But I've discovered that I really like doing large models. I don't know if I'm a big small because I there's those tiny eyes you gotta get to and all the little details, and it's pretty difficult. Whereas like a big model, like a big knight or even the armigers, like or the war dogs, just brush some paint on it and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I guess the like imposing nature and the size of the model kind of helps that out. But that's really awesome. Thanks for coming on and sharing what you've been working on.
Mhm.
Let's hop into the chat. Fanatical ADM says, hello, hello, hello. Well, hello, hello, hello to you. Phoenix says, LOLO. LOLO to you as well. No Name says, hello and good morning. Working on some Necrons for Kill Team. How about you? Well, I'm working on a Phantom. Nurgle Snurgle is working on a giant Lord of Skulls. And Tanya, what are you working on?
You are working on big things. I'm working on a teeny tiny little lady.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you've been
Teeny
really enjoying
tiny.
like working on a different scale and for a completely different like game system too.
Yeah, so I've always really loved the Cthulhu mythos. And so my husband was like, "Hey, there's a Cthulhu skirmish game," and I was like, "I'm in."
Nice.
So we've played one game and it was really fun. I really like how each faction kind of feels different. And now we're just going to have to infect the rest of our game group. So at game night tomorrow, my husband and I are going to go play this instead
Nice.
of something GW or Bolt Action or Legion, which is what everybody's playing right now.
Yeah. Kind of
And
try and
hopefully we can
get some
entice
folks.
people. Yeah.
How do you
Get
play
some
the game?
folks invested.
So it's alternating activations. It's a very simple game, but you basically have like a magic pool, like it's called your mythos points, and each character gives you a certain amount of mythos points depending on how magical they are. And then you can spend those mythos points to do, say, like extra damage on your melee or shooting attacks, or each player has like some sort of ability. You spend them to do like magical actions and things if your character can do magic. But every time you spend them, the character that spends them has to do a sanity check, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
And then once you lose all your sanity points, then you flip their character card, and then they get different abilities. Like this guy, for instance.
So they go literally insane
Yes.
as you're playing?
Yeah.
That sounds
So this guy
hilarious.
he's a stone golem, so he doesn't actually have like a brain of his own. So you basically like mark an enemy model, and then he'll go after that model. But if he kills the model, he basically goes dormant until another character around him gets close enough to tell him to go after something else.
So he turns into a rock.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah, so they've got like cool abilities, and each one plays different. And now I'm thinking about getting a second warband because there's like a bunch of circus performers, and they essentially get miracle dice, and I think that's kind of cool. So,
do you roll dice
in this
the game? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. I have the game Arkham Horror. So
Yeah.
I'm familiar with like that type of setting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go insane. You got to go to the hospital, and
That's funny. I need to branch out into some different games over here. Who knows, right?
Honestly, like this game, all of the rules and all of the character cards are free online, and then you just have to buy a warband, which is about $50. So the buy-in for this one is quite low, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. That's always nice. Well, I'm trying to recreate what I painted many times ago, or many years ago when we had just started Just for Paint on It. Can you believe it's that long ago? Anyway, back to the chat. Quinn Reed says, yes, I got to hear Nurgle Snurgle pronounced. Cool. Fun to play, but if you're not rolling well, you get bullied. Says Kill Team. I enjoyed my one and only game of Kill Team I've played. Starting to paint my Admech, Manipulus, Engine Seer, and Marshall, says Phoenix. Nice. Fanatical ADM, never played Kill Team, only 40k. Yeah, Kill Team's like a skirmish. If you want to play with like 10 to 20 models, like just play Kill Team. So it's definitely like a fun sort of like system to play with if you want to like keep it small, you know, keep it organized, you know, that sort of thing.
I've heard it's really tactical though.
Yeah, it is. You have to think because you have to you have to sort of like split your sort of like activation points in between moving, killing, and scoring for like your units. So you have to like give yourself enough sort of like points to potentially score the points you need to win the mission, but at the same time taking away like your opponent's miniatures to sort of help you win the game, etc., right? So there's like lots of different elements to it. I just went for the tried and true, get my whole army to kill a portion of my opponent's army as quickly as possible. So like, you know, that's tried and true no matter how big the game you play is. So even though I didn't know what I was doing, it was just kill things and do things, be here and do that or whatever. So it's like, it's and I played Space Marines, which apparently are quite good. They've got like rapid firing bolters, so they can like double shoot all their guns and stuff. It's actually kind of gross.
at
Especially
any
in a small
range.
game. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
They basically
I
activate
guess the
to
board
shoot
is
twice.
small
so.
though, right? So the idea is that
Tiny, yeah.
everywhere on the board is
There are
in
no
rapid
ranges
fire
for your
range.
weapons. Like, your weapons can just shoot whatever they can see, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think
Oh,
the
that's kind of
only,
cool.
yeah, the only, because it's like a tiny board, the only weapons that have like ranges are like grenades, which are like a short range weapon, and like melta pistols or whatever, which are like, you know, really, really short ranged. Other than
Neat.
that, yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Played against some Tyranids, and Tyranid warriors are like really tough to kill in kill team. I guess the same as in
Oh,
regular 40k.
yep.
Yup.
My last grand tournament, I put a huge bloodletter bomb into his big block of warriors and killed 8 out of 9. And he was so
Oh
shocked
my
in the
goodness.
first turn, and he was just like, I gotta go to the bathroom and compose myself.
Good on you. Did you have the mortal woundy thing on them, or?
No, no, no. It was just like you shroud step with Disciples of Bellicor, and you give them full rerolls, and then they get
Oh, full rerolls from Bellicor would definitely help.
yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, I went into it with Drazar and a unit of grotesques and only killed like 4 or 5, and then they turned around and murdered my Drazar, and I was like, well, that was fun.
Yep.
You know, that was
Happy
super fun. That was
Tyranids.
very entertaining. I really enjoyed that.
This is great. This is
This
fine.
is fun. This is
Everything's
great.
fine.
Everything's great. This is so fair and balanced. I love it. This is fantastic. How many attacks do 4 models get? 16 attacks? Oh my god.
How many points are they?
How many
Oh,
points? Oh
You
my
guys are
god.
making me want to come back to 40k.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's
Keep going.
yeah, this is, you know, I didn't sign up for it to be fair and balanced, but it was like it was like insulting. It was like, okay, I'll just remove all my models then. Okay, well,
Yeah.
it didn't help that I failed like 4-inch or 6-inch charges. And
Oh,
yeah, that was bad. And I was like, well,
that's rough.
yep, that was very rough. But you know, you try and try again. So I have to play that matchup again and again until I get better at it. So.
For sure.
Anyway, I
New
like it.
balance sheet comes out.
The Pyros says kill team can feel more mentally intensive versus just make move roll dice. Big 40k. Make move roll dice. Said in a caveman voice, because that's how I feel sometimes when playing 40k. I move. I roll dice.
I die.
You die or I die. There's no middle ground.
How do you like the new Nephilim package?
I'm liking it. The less command points is kind of weird. But you get used to it after a while. You know, I've been spending very few pre-game command points because I like having command points to spend. And then whenever you spend like 4 or 5 command points in like a single turn or a single phase, like your opponent's eyebrows go like, oh shit. Like, what are you doing that's worth
Something's
5
about to
command points?
go down.
Exactly. And I'm like, I'm going to use all these command points. I'm going to reroll ones. I'm going to reroll hits. I'm going to reroll wounds. I'm going to kill you. Great. So now I'm going to give myself rerolls. For a feel no pain. I'm going to make you -1 attack. I'm going to make you -1 to wound me when you attack me back or whatever. It's like, it's like, yeah. There's some good combos in there, but they're very command point intensive. Anyway, and then Age of Sigmar wise, I played my Hedonites of Slanesh, and that was super fun again, because Glutos is my favorite in all of the land. And I love Age of Sigmar. It's such a fun game.
You said that you were thinking about learning Necromunda.
Yep. Yeah.
Have you started looking into it?
No.
Oh.
No. I ended up learning 30k instead. You know, we're playing.
Fair, it's probably less crunchy.
You know, 30k. Well, I missed 30k. It was so fun. We actually did the live stream on Mini Wargaming on Wednesday. It was a 30k game. Got to show off my Alpha Legion and what it can do. It was really, really cool. So I really enjoyed that match against Luca and his Space Wolves. Let's just say Space Wolves in 30k punch hard. Like
harder.
they are like really killy, like super super killy. Just saying.
As they should be.
Yeah. Like his units had like +1 attack when they charge. Well, that's just normal, but they had like they re-rolled all hit rolls, and they had like +1 strength when they charged, and he had like a 5-up feel no pain on these giant blobs of 20 dudes that all had like super chainsword axes or whatever they were. It was like filth. Filth, I say. Absolute filth. Okay, now what?
I'm running a Necromunda learning game tonight for
Nice.
a bunch of people, so I'm super excited to be like the game master.
Ooh.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've...
Playing the new Necromunda?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to play the old one. I have all these... Have you seen the books for Necromunda?
Like how big they are, or?
No, like the art and stuff on the inside.
Not really. I've got a... I think I have a Necromunda book somewhere. Do I?
It's so stylized. Like, the art is so cool in those books.
I have the Dark
absolutely love
Uprising.
them.
Here, let's check it out. Do I have the Dark Uprising book? I haven't even it.
Because, like, the art just feels so different from anything else in Games Workshop's repertoire.
Is the Dark Uprising rule set valid?
I don't know. I have to look at the book. Like, the cover.
It was one of the sets that they released.
It was like Cawdor, right?
I don't know. All I know is that it was a set that they had with the enforcers in it. So this is this one here. Oh, look! I just I just disappeared.
Put it on the other camera, and I'll look at the other camera.
Ah. Oh.
We have too much fun here on stream. Okay, where is this? I don't even know how to open this.
Yeah,
Ooh,
why wouldn't it be
book.
valid?
I don't know.
Unboxing?
Don't they have like a new edition or whatever of
A
Necromunda?
new edition, like 5 or 6 years ago or something?
Is that the edition that they've still been using?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know if they did. Okay. Priority phase, action phase, end phase, close combat sequence, shooting sequence. Hit, shooting, nerve tests.
Kaylee, Mark of Corn wants to know what you're painting.
Oh, it is.
Oh, he'll be happy.
He'll be super happy.
Oh, I just lose. I don't know if he's gonna be happy with the color, but it's a Lord of
Corn
Skulls.
cares not what color you are
It's
when you
huge!
make the blood flow. I love that how green it is. It's very green. There goes the value of that mint edition Dark Uprising. Shame. Is this worth money? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth anything. Is it worth anything? Not anymore.
Was Ash Wastes not a soft reset of Necromunda?
Yeah,
no, no, it's kind of separate because you have like vehicle rules and stuff.
That is one of the.
And like Mark's very excited about the Lord of Skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like the little. Like it's dark and it's got that old like penciled in like sketchbook style, right?
Yeah.
Like that was from the third. I remember this style very much from the third edition stuff or whatever. So, public execution. What?
Ooh.
The gang must save one of their own before time runs out. Oh, that sounds like that sounds like a really fun mission. Like you're like a Robin Hood classic where they're just about to hang your friend, and Robin Hood shows up at the last minute and like shoots the arrow.
Honestly, like the missions in Necromunda are so fun. Like I played this one mission where you are basically in like a market and you have to kill the other gangers. Sorry, you don't kill gangers, you take them out of action. But you can't like shoot them. Well, you can, but then the people in the market will like basically scream and draw attention to you.
Right.
Yeah. And then like all the rest of the Yeah, it's really cool. Like
Wow.
all the missions have, and like they're not balanced at all. So if you're going into it thinking, "Oh, what a balanced game," no, it is 100% narrative. Like sometimes you don't even know how many models you get to use because it's like random.
Oh,
Like
that's right. Some of
roll
them might still
roll
be
a
at home
d6.
and not like show up to the fight or whatever. Like I've heard that's a
Yeah,
thing. They're like it's
yeah,
like a gang, so some of them
yeah.
have like day jobs or whatever, and they like can't show up to like gang stuff, Yeah,
They're here to gang.
yeah, can't do gang stuff today. I'm hanging out at
I gotta
work
take my mom to the
to the
doctor.
doctor or whatever. Yeah, exactly. That sounds very realistic. I
Okay,
have heard
Escher are like
Necromunda.
lab grown though, so
I have heard Necromunda is a very fun game system, so I'm looking forward to like trying it out. I have my enforcers in a bag, so I just need to like get them out of the bag and paint them and build them. Yeah, build them and paint
they
them.
are completely different scale than well, yeah, they are completely different scale than most other Warhammer models,
Who?
but I really enjoy them. The Necromunda models.
Really? They're different
Yeah,
scale?
they're more like true scale. Yeah.
Oh, they're like smaller?
Mm,
Interesting.
faces and hands are like
I
closer
wouldn't
to
have.
correct proportions.
Huh, interesting. I wouldn't
Mhm.
have. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have guessed.
Why?
No, no.
They
Just
feel like a different design team, but at the same time, the Gene Stealer cult feels like it's the same design team.
GSC.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. I guess in Necromunda there is. Is there GSC in Necromunda? The cult? Like,
There
can you?
sure
Is
is.
there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
sick. Of course there would be. I feel like it would be remiss to not have Gene Stealer Cult in like one of the most iconic like 40K settings in the world. I did read all the lore for like the Necromunda Ashwaste stuff.
Mhm.
That was really cool. I actually sat down and read all the lore for it, which I haven't done in a very long time. Like reading lore for one of the games that Games Workshop produces,
Mhm.
and the like nomads and the big crater and like this like the setting was really seems like nicely fleshed out for the setting. So I'm curious to see how that like although the Necromunda like the whole point is that the what is he the governor's an absolute jerkface, I think.
Yep.
And
Yep.
he doesn't care about anybody as long as the
Nope.
tides are met for like
Yeah.
their like quota, their imperial quota stuff.
You
Sounds so
betcha.
familiar.
What a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good old political allegories. Good
Yeah.
job. Thank you very much, gaming, for bringing that up.
I can't wait to see what comes out for the Eschers for Ash Wastes because the Wild Runners are like the gangers that go out into the wastes to make their own way before they come back into the hive.
Hmm.
Well, some of them never do, but historically the people who go out and like tame the wild beasts live
Hmm.
out there. So it would be really cool to see if the Eschers get some like really big beasties for Ash Wastes. So they just like run around and have like epic mounts and stuff. That would be really cool.
Ooh.
Well, the big beasties they have are actually pretty baggy at ass. Like those bugs or whatever. They're legit.
Yeah, but like Escher are kind of known for like big cats and stuff.
Cats? Oh, is that? Don't they have like? Who has
Yeah,
the
like the
crocodile?
Chimerex and stuff.
Who has the crocodile?
Anybody, I think anybody can take the Sump Gator.
The sump gator, aka the alligator you flush down your toilet myth. Oh my gosh, I love that that's an actual thing.
Oh.
It's so funny.
Necromunda is so funny. Like,
Oh
it's
my
so
gosh.
bleak and dark, but there's some things and you're like, what?
Yeah. Monte!
Yeah.
Hey, Froy, what's going on? Froy, amigo. Ojalá estés bien. Tim says, Happy Friday. Yep. Happy Friday, Tim.
Happy Friday.
You'll be the dudes today. I'll be the babe.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I could
Can
totally
you
put
keep
it
that
off,
up?
too. No.
So coy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I can be whatever I want.
It's true, you
That's
can.
right.
Yeah. I'll support you on whatever that may be.
Yep.
Unless you want to be like a
Today,
serial
I will
killer,
be
then
a
I can't support you on
sumpgator.
that. You want to live in the sump?
I want to be a sumpgator.
No, you
Gator.
don't.
Be like Necromunda man. So instead of like, I could see all the newsreels now instead of Florida man, it'd be like
Why
Necromunda
do I
man
just picture you looking like the
tackles
Fluke Man
alligator.
from X-Files instead of an alligator? Because the sump is like where all the poo goes.
I know what a sump is. I know what a sump is. Like I didn't willfully say something ignorant. Okay, like I know what a sump is.
Right.
I'll fit into being a sump gator. Okay,
Okay.
I will. I would be the happiest sump gator ever. I'd literally.
I
be
would
like,
believe that.
I'd mind my own business, until somebody needed an eaten, right?
Someone's business.
And then when the shit
Mind
goes
my
down,
business till
you call
somebody
me
makes it my
the
business.
sump gator.
Oh, so you're like the Ghostbuster
Yeah. You
of
go
the
shit.
sump.
Hit the fan, call in the sump gator, because they're used to swimming in shit.
Their natural habitat.
That's right. That's right, kids. You came for the amazing jokes. Freud says,
So
is
you
that a
would-
phantom titan? No. This is a revenant titan. My phantom titan is up there. Which now I have to show you because I love showing it off.
Because it's so
Because
big.
it's a phantom titan. Okay. So this is a revenant titan. Okay, it's not too big. See? What can I use? Okay, that's how big it is. Okay, so you put like a little phone charger thing next to it. Cool. And then my phantom titan is up here. Look at how big that guy is. Oh yeah. Din 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 din. He's going to save the day.
Well, that depends on who you ask.
I'm an Eldar, so it's gonna save the day.
There you go.
And death to the filthy chaos.
Hey, you take your filth very seriously.
I am a sump gator after all. I know how to sift through the shit. I
should
don't know.
just draw you a little picture of a sump gator.
Do it. Do it. Can you have a little top hat and a monocle? Make it a
Sure.
monocle.
And a Mexican flag.
No, that's just racist.
And
Don't even
taco.
dare.
But you're Mexican and you're
Yeah,
a sump gator.
I am I am. I definitely would be. I would be the best sump gator ever. Epic singing makes it feel real. That's right. Freud says, sick! That's right. I'm so excited. Once I have all my titans to the same sort of like level of paint, I will play a game with them and get John the Cron to be my guinea pig for that game. It'll be fun. Or Kyle.
So how many monoliths is he allowed to bring?
Oh, you could bring as many as he wants.
Yeah.
Fine. We'd be playing 6,000 points at that point, right? So he could literally play whatever he wants. Because two Revenant Titans are 3,000 points, and a Phantom Titan's 3,000 points by himself. So 6,000 points, 3 models.
Jeez.
I wouldn't be able to win a mission, but I'd kill a bunch of shit.
Just play that as the mission.
Kill stuff? Well, no, you
Yeah.
kind of the balancing factor would be take objectives or whatever, right? So like that, you don't just automatically win by killing stuff if you have the best killers, Although he'd probably
That
bring
sounds
his
tactical. That doesn't
he'd probably
sound
bring his
as fun.
pylon, and his pylon would probably just like take a chunk out of my big titans every shot or whatever. That would be kind of cool, actually.
How many wounds do they have?
I know. I don't know. I think it's 30 some wounds for a revenant, and like
Okay.
70 or 80 wounds for a phantom titan. 60 wounds maybe.
Nice.
Like they don't have a lot of wounds, and they bracket, so. And you can't heal them. However, you can cast psychic powers on them. So, like, that's neat.
Neat.
Yeah.
Their legs look so tiny.
Oh, yeah, they're dainty.
They look like they could just top over.
They are not your average Imperial class Titans, that is
No.
for sure. They are definitely not. They are tiny Eldar Titans. That's, that's just the nature of the beast. So do you have any, you guys ran a GT recently up there in your neck of the woods, didn't you?
We didn't run it, but
Okay.
it was the Deck Box, the game store that I'm painting
Yeah.
for, and we live streamed their GT, and it was awesome. It was our
Completely
first time doing it.
unrelated to this, but is the theme song for your store, you got a deck in a box?
That should be.
Like Justin.
I'll run
Justin-
it with the boss.
Yeah, do it. That'd be so catchy. Step 1, walk into the store. Step 2, buy a box. Step 3, buy a deck. Step 4, put the
Put your
deck in
deck
the
in a
box.
box.
The deck, okay?
Deck.
Very specifically, a deck in a box.
We'll just bleep out deck.
yeah. No, don't bleep it out. You're not saying anything bad. It's just the deck.
No.
Deck in a box. That's how that works. Oh, that'd be so fun. I'd buy stuff at that store. Hey, Heroes Brush Hour, what's going on? Says
What up?
Snurgles, Snurkies.
I will be on Heroes Brush Hour next week. So if you guys have any
Ooh.
tips,
Fancy.
I watched you guys win, so
You gotta.
Hey.
I'm gonna go in and mess with you. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
Gonna just mess
no.
with you. Gonna literally make you wait out the last minutes and not let you do nothing. Just sit there and stare at your
just
model.
Pictionary.
No, just do nothing. Literally put everything
Oh.
down and just sit there and wallow in your misery while time wastes away. Yes,
Well-
do it. Actually, if you haven't already, make sure you check Heroes Brush Hour because they are really
Yes.
fun. It's every Wednesday and Thursday.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, so it's really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. So
Yeah,
I highly recommend it.
I just discovered them. I'm kicking myself not discovering them earlier because it's probably the best show on Twitch. It's so
I
interactive
agree.
and so much fun.
We've
Um,
created a new redemption called Zote Oscillations. Fantastic. That's from my time on the show. We oscillate like this, see? The Zote Oscillations. I love it. This is fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much. That is such an honor. That is such an honor. I really appreciate that. Oh, that's so cool.
So you asked for advice.
Mm-hmm.
I would say use like washes and contrast only on things that you know you're not gonna want to highlight.
Mm-hmm. Just to
Because
slap
they
the
take
color on.
for frickin' ever to dry.
That's what I learned the hard way. I was literally sitting there being like, my whole
I-
model's wet. I was like, I can't do anything else
Yeah.
with it.
I do
Yeah,
have
I-
a heat gun, so I could use
Actually, I'm
Dan's
gonna
Oh.
show off
tactics.
the Zote that I painted because I'm actually really proud of the Zote.
I would also say, like, I would just say throw your base coats down first.
Look at
Mhm.
this. Oh, it
Yeah.
looks so cool. I really enjoyed painting this Zote. And he's been in my shelf, and he just looks amazing. Like
He's great.
he looks so good. And I literally painted this in like an hour, did the base,
Mhm.
everything. And like I highlighted it, like it's great. It's like simple, and then the pink just makes it pop so much. It's just I'm in love with this Zote model. This Zote model. Can't wait to play some more Blackstone Fortress to show off that Zote. But
And then you could be like,
I feel
"I can do that
like-
in an hour."
mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like you're not a Sump Gator. I feel like you're a Zote.
You think I'm a Zote? He is an archivist,
Yeah.
so I guess he's a
Sump
bookworm.
Zote?
So yeah, the Sump Zote. Sump Zote. Sump Zote told me the world was kinda lonely.
Oh
no.
no!
Yeah, I've been practicing my squats,
Oh, nice,
so
nice. Yeah, you gotta,
I
you
know those
gotta.
are going to be redeemed.
You definitely have to get ready to do a whole
Yeah,
variety of different physical exercises. Another thing, hide your biggest brush, okay? Don't show what your biggest brush is.
I know. I
I
put it in
made the
my
mistake.
stories a couple weeks ago, and it's huge. And I know if I don't use it, I'll get called out.
Yeah, yeah. I made the mistake, and I innocently was showing up, like playing around with like my giant terrain brush. I had to use that
Hmm.
terrain brush to paint that zone. So that was really fun.
Yeah.
Hide the giant brush. Yeah, that's what I would say. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so funny.
I threw it out. It wasn't working anymore.
Yeah. I don't have any terrain to work on. Well, I don't need this brush anymore.
Yeet.
Yep. Yeet it. Yeet. Um.
How are your Pictionary
Oh.
skills?
I think they're okay. I'm better at guessing than I am
You're really
drawing,
good at
maybe.
guessing.
You guessed like the weird ones that everybody's like, I don't understand what Skari's drawing, and you were like, animal. I was like,
But
okay.
I was so upset I didn't get Karn because I had just painted Karn. I was
He
like,
had
how
the
did I
little,
not?
he had the little arm with the little veins. You know, come on, like how is that
Yeah,
not Karn the Betrayer? Maybe I should have like made the plasma pistol like really a plasma pistol, like made it
yeah.
like very iconic plasma pistol to like be like, oh, that was Korn the Betrayer, right? So it would have been anyway. Um,
I had, I think he had Gore Child and everything.
Pezler says,
Didn't get there.
Skari, you should take the Zote in your Drukari army. I totally, you know what? I think he deserves to be, he can be taken just like as an elite choice. He's a character with like a
Yeah.
last cannon gun. You know what? Once I'm back from Europe and I'm done with the whole WTC, like actually trying to win games, then I will probably go on a stint where I run like the stupidest stuff you've ever seen. Like an Amble, a Zote, two little Amble worms, and like some random Drukari models. A Beast Pack Monster just to represent that he's rounded up all these beasts or whatever. That'd be fun. Would be fun. Ugh.
You excited for Europe?
I'm terrified. I'm very anxious.
Oh,
I always get really anxious before big stuff like this. You know? Like
where in Europe are you going?
once I'm there, I'll be fine. It's just the pre, like all the pre stuff, you know,
Hmm.
like traveling, packing, getting on the plane, getting to the airport, because there's so many like pressure points where shit could hit the fan, and it's like once I'm there, I'll be fine. But it's getting there the entire time. I'll be
Hmm.
like in like survival mode, where I'm like, I need to get on this plane. Okay, I'm in the plane now. I can relax until I get there. Okay, now I need to go to the train station. Okay, now that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
I'm making all the deadlines. Yeah.
But I am
And
really
making sure
excited
you have all
because,
your models.
well, yeah, exactly. I'm really excited because WTC is happening, and that's happening in like 4 weeks. And then
Hmm.
I'm going to Europe. I'm going to be in England. Okay, I'm going to be in England, everybody, from August 15th to August 18th, and I might extend my stay for a week depending on if I want to visit my family or not. But till August 19th, that's the plan. So make sure if you are around, my plan is to be at Warhammer World on the 18th, and I'm going to show up at start of day, and I'm going to leave when it's closed. So if anybody wants to come hang out, August 18th at Warhammer World, come hang out. There we go. Mic drop.
And,
Okay.
and Henry Cavill shows up.
That would be amazing. I'd challenge him to a game right then and there.
Oh, duel.
Right now, you, me, kill team, let's go. 30 minutes of your time. Yeah, it'd be fun. But if that does happen, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. I'm gonna go, gonna go to Bugman's. I'm gonna hang out. I think I'm gonna be renting a table. I think Tabletop Tactics. Casey's gonna be there. I don't know. There's gonna be some people there. Anyway, we're gonna be like, I'm just trying to get as many people as possible. And then that night, I'm filming with Hellstorm Wargaming doing their live stream
Ooh.
in the evening. So it shall be glorious.
Excellent.
Excellent.
you're
Hey,
not
Robert
going to-
Lamborn, what's going on? Thanks for coming to hang out.
Robbie.
Oh,
Hello.
okay. I feel
What
Are
was
you
that?
not going to Capital City?
I have tickets. My plane leaves that Friday morning from England, and then arrives Friday night in Ottawa, and then
That's brutal.
Saturday the Capital City Bloodbath starts. So right now I have a ticket and a spot, and all my plans line up. But if I do extend my trip, I will not be going to Capital City. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm definitely planning on going as it stands right now. Pesler says, also, thank you to Tanya for getting back into my painting again. Enjoying, and then she left. I will continue. I will.
No, I was checking to make sure my
you can
dog
hear.
wasn't wrecking everything.
Yeah, no
He's
worries.
been doing that lately.
Enjoying my semi-voluntary 4-day weekend right now, says Pesler. Nice. I'm glad you're having a good time painting, because don't forget, everybody, use the hashtag just put paint on it. You know, it's the hashtag that we've kind of come up with on the show. Just show us what you're working on, because at the end of the day, if you need to get something done, one of the easiest ways is to just put paint on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's literally a mantra I live by. I live and die by.
Or go on Heroes Brush Hour and do it in an hour.
That's right. Just put paint on it for an hour, and then no more, no less.
I did revisit mine after because I was like, he looks so cool, but he could be better.
Nice.
So I spent like an extra hour on him.
Nice. That's good, though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Like, I think that organic looking models are easier to do in an hour than something like Space Marine armor.
For sure.
The
Yeah.
Zote was definitely very organic. Lots of crinkles and stuff in his like hide, which actually made the shitty paint job even look better. So it's great. And I used lots of contrast paints, even
It
some that I'd
wasn't a
never used
shitty
before.
paint job because you won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just putting myself down, Tanya.
Well, stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I will. I did have fun testing out and finding out what a lot of those paint colors looked like on stream, because I didn't know. I just like opened the paint pot
Here we
right there.
go.
I was like, well, let's see what it looks like.
YOLO.
Can I post a link of what I'm working on? Yes, definitely you can. Snurgy's drinking moonshine out of a moonshine cup early in the morning.
For the stream. Yep.
I guess
That's
it's
how
afternoon
East Coasters
now.
do.
Is it a pickle jar?
No, I gave up the
Aw.
pickle jar.
Womp womp.
Some cool 3D printed flayed ones. Yeah, show it off. Mistake? Just put wash on it. Exactly. My Object Source Lightning Devil guy was pretty good. Yeah, you know, you did a whole like source lighting thing in an hour. I could have never done something like that. Like never say never, but that's not in my wheelhouse of skills at the moment. Let's just say that much. Okay, I need to have my other Titan up for like. So I have to actually paint all of this stuff, eh?
Eh?
I think I'm gonna paint a sloppy bile paper.
Sloppity Bile Piper.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool, isn't he?
Yeah. I need to paint him up because I have a tournament coming up in August, so
Yep.
what's better than to do it in an hour?
And that'll keep you motivated at least, right? You'll be like, let's
Exactly.
go!
I'm at least gonna put 3 colors on him, so he'll at least be battle ready.
Nice. It's funny because the battle ready stuff is the base is included in battle ready too.
That's one of my plans going into the competition, is maybe starting with the base, just so that it's dry.
That's a good idea, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use like a texture paint or?
Yeah, I have a couple of the GW stuff, but I know that what's that brand that's really good that you use? Vallejo?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear they're really great.
they're good for the texture paints, but some of them, I think that it's better to put like a glue wash on after, just so that they
Oh,
don't
okay.
start to lift. So like there's sandy ones. My husband found that sometimes they would lift, like the pumice kind of ones.
Hmm.
But I used one that had like static grass mixed in, so it looked like marshy, swampy, kind of gross, wet ground, and it didn't peel on me. So I
Oh,
think it kind
nice.
of depends which one you use.
I'll have to research the fastest drying texture.
I think it's the GW stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
GW stuff.
G-dubs.
You know, something I've really enjoyed is since I started these Phantom projects, I've been using a lot of I think it's army painter paints mainly for this project, for these projects, and so it's nice to kind of like have different projects where I use like different paints for different projects. I don't know, like
Mm-hmm.
I guess it keeps my thought process fresh. I find. I don't know. Do you folks have like very specific paints used for very specific projects?
Um, I've been using inks, especially for like skin tones.
Oh yeah.
I've been liking that. More translucent.
Inks, eh? Interesting.
Mm.
Something I started doing is like painting the skin that I'm working on, like the color of like the hue I want. So like a lot of my ogres or a lot of my grotesques, actually painted them purple, and then I put like the elf flesh on top or whatever, and then like washed them with like a purpley wash, and then did more of so it's like really like it was like a purpley gross skin tone or whatever. MH
Nice.
says just hopped on. Hello, 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 hello,
Ooh.
MH. 777. Nurgle's number
Ooh,
3 times. Look at
I
that.
love it.
You know your audience.
Um, so when you say to use specific paints for specific projects, do you mean like specific brand?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mm.
No. No, I don't. I'm all over the place.
I I got comfortable like using certain colors for like certain things, and that now every time I'm like go back to that same project or like a similar one, I'm like I want to use that same like I want to have that same like feel to the paint, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, so when I start a new army, I'll figure out the scheme, and then will never deviate from that if I
Right.
paint other things.
From the army.
Yeah, but like I don't say like any brands are like off limits or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. As
As long
much
as it's
as
nice and
the
smooth.
inside of the cockpit doesn't ever get shown off to very many people in my Titans, I have enjoyed painting the insides just to kind of, for my own sake. Because there's the little pilot inside, and he's like sitting in a chair and looking at this big screen orb thing.
Neat.
And you'll never see him?
Well, you can pull it off, right? But it's not like every once in a while. Like in the one, it actually comes like the head opens, and this one I'll just have to pop it
Oh,
off
okay.
because the little hinge is broken. So, but yeah, people will be able to look inside of this helmet and see that I painted on the inside.
I don't know if I would. I might just glue it shut and be like, fuck everyone.
Yeah. See,
Trust me, he's
that's
painted.
option number 2. I've done enough rhinos in my day where I'm like, I did enough like painting the insides of rhinos to the point where like from like they got a point where I was like, this is my like 8th rhino. I'm just gluing it shut. I'm not. Same with my venoms. I haven't painted any of the insides of the canopies or stuff of any of my venoms or raiders or like the planes. No. And I painted over all the canopies in the pink because I'm like, I'm not going to bother. Sorry. Turbo Dork. Hey, no problem, Phoenix. Thanks for coming to hang out. I like the armor, the metallic colors of Turbo Dork. Yeah, Turbo Dark Metallics. I've been thinking of how to paint some Alpha Legion stuff, because I'm going to be getting my hands on an Alfarius from Forge Worlds. And I
Ooh.
think it's going to be a really fun project. So I'm trying to, like, I've got a couple of the Turbo Dork paints, right, that I have, and I've never actually used them. But I think it's just color shift. I don't know if they have anything else. So I want to, I don't know. I'm considering using them essentially. So we shall see. We shall see. Somebody took a knife to the inside of this like helmet and just destroyed all the detail, which is sad, but
Another reason to not paint it.
that is true. But when in doubt, I'm going to just put paint on it.
There you go.
Did you buy the model off somebody?
No, this model was generously given to me by Kyle from Gear Guts Mech Shop.
Oh.
And I wasn't able to get this one done for the last big game. I was able to get the Phantom Titan to a playable state. And so now I'm gonna, I don't know, it was just sitting there, and I was like, I need something, so I just literally grabbed it. So now I'm gonna be stuck on this for a while, so, which is fine.
As long as you don't have stuff to paint for Europe, right?
No, well, I've got 4 grotesques that I need for my army for Europe, but Tim's already gonna lend me the 4 grotesques, so I'm good. Like, I literally have everything I need for my army in Europe. And I'm probably going to pack it away and not use it until then, unless I'm like playing at a tournament or whatever. So I don't misplace anything. And yeah, now it's the fact of, okay, now I need to make sure, I need to find out how I can pack it in the one army case, so I don't have to put it inside of the carry-on. I mean so I can take it out as a carry-on. So that's the next challenge.
Have you ever forgotten something for a tournament?
My chest clock, usually. If I forget anything, it's normally my chest clock.
Yeah. Nothing that will hurt your army.
I haven't yet. Thank goodness.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. I haven't yet. But hopefully it's not something that I have to worry about. How about you, Tanya?
I haven't been to that many tournaments, so...
Have you ever forgotten something for game night? Like, you're like, ah, crap, I forgot this unit or whatever?
Last time I went to game night, no, not last time, the time before, I completely forgot my cue cards.
Nice. I love Turbo Dork Metallics. Black Ice is my favorite black. Is that like a black metallic color? That sounds kind of cool, actually. Nico says, I do my Craftworld Wraith Construct army with red drum. That's awesome. Nice. Hail Hydra says, nobody asked, but I thought I'd mention I got a something at the gym today.
A PB? Like a plague bear?
Like a personal best?
Oh, personal best. That makes sense. At the gym today. Now I'm going to reward myself by ordering a new model and painting some Skaven. Peak Friday. Nice. Peak Rat. Peak Rat. Do you ever use 11 Medusas in a Raider? You can, well, in order to take 11 Medusa in a Raider, you would need to have 3 Courts of the Archon. So you would need to have 3 Archons to take 3 units of 4 to have like 12 Medusas. So the answer to that question, have I ever done that, is no. I own a grand total of uno Medusa. That is it. Although I do have Medusa heads lying around in my bits box, which does mean that I should probably convert a Medusa or 2 so I can have some more. If you've watched my Crusade series, they have names, okay? Stab is the Lamian, Slither is the Slith, Bite is the Urgle, and Stare is the Medusa, because he stares at you and melts your brain. And that's how they work. I don't know what I should paint this guy. I kind of need to go grab my other Revenant Titan and remember how I painted this guy on the inside to make them match. But look
Do
at
it.
him. He looks so... Like, these, you can tell these are like a really old sculpts because the miniatures are like tiny and their features are all messed up. Messed up
He can
features.
hear you.
Messed up features.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know. You heard me.
Papa Skari.
First time I play him in on the table, he's gonna like explode or something. Just be like, sucker!
Cross his arms and sit there.
Yeah. No, what have I done? You insulted me for the last time. No. He explodes or something. Actually, this is the first, since it's all magnetized, the first time I'm being able to paint one of these in like assemblies almost, which is actually kind of cool. Nico says, yeah, I don't have 11 Medusas either. I only try it in Tabletop Simulator. Well, that makes sense. Tabletop Simulator does let you try a whole bunch of random stuff that you would probably never try in real life, because that would be silly.
Do you guys still play Tabletop Simulator?
I use it for practice mainly with like the team members if they're if they're in Ottawa or whatever and I need to like play with them.
I did a little Age of Sigmar sort of tournament thingy on Tabletop Simulator. I think that was like 3 weeks ago or something.
Nice.
So, I mean, I use it very sporadically, but I do like to have it. My local group for Age of Sigmar is like very not competitive at all, which is fine. I'm really enjoying playing that way after having such a not fun local meta for a really long time. But I do enjoy like trying sometimes, so it's good to have that outlet when I feel like I do want to try.
And then you don't have to buy all the models either, which is like, it's very convenient to like test things and be like, if I were to play this list that would cost me $4,000, would it be fun?
Let me check it out first.
Yeah, let me before I dump all this money into this set of miniatures, how will it do?
I mean, for me, it's a good tool to play with people who are much better, so that I can learn. So that's basically what I'm using it for. The other downside is like now apparently I'm the rules person for Age of Sigmar in our local group, so whenever anybody needs to know how something works, they call me over.
It's like,
it's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah. Now you're in that you have that responsibility now. You gotta.
I know, but I'm terrible with rules, so it's very odd.
No. However, it's funny because, oh my gosh, did I? Oh no! Dang it! Mixed it in with the black on the palette, and that's why it's a little darker than it was. Anyway, well, if people are asking you about rules, that's like evidence that you're not that as terrible as you think with rules. Literally evidence.
I mean, I am, because I'll watch other people just like explain the rule and understand it, and then I'll be like, wait, what? What does that mean? Like, I heard you speaking, but I didn't hear any words.
I just saw your mouth move.
Exactly.
And I watched it.
It's like Charlie Brown's teacher. That's all I hear. Exactly. That's all I hear when people talk to me about rules. Like, it takes so much work to actually understand what is being talked about.
Oh yeah, it's not easy.
Paints.
Oh, if you ask the internet, it is easy.
No. That's a lie.
It is a filthy, filthy lie. Although there's a big team event happening this weekend, the American Team Championship. So that's really cool. And War Games Live, I think, is streaming it, so
Cool.
that'll be a good thing to watch over the course of the weekend if you're big into or want to see like some gaming happening this weekend. He puts on a great stream, so I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
And I
I
believe
had an invitation to go to that.
the ATC with
Yeah,
Paul
and
Murphy
then
and the
it was
crew.
rescinded.
With Paul Murphy and the crew, or with other
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah, were they able to get like the whole crew together? I know when I went, it's that one of their
No, I'm
players
not good
wasn't able
enough.
to go, so. Oh man.
No.
Well, it's Paul's loss because they would have had a great time just hanging out with you all weekend. Just saying.
No, I think he wants to win it, and that's fine.
Yep.
That's fine.
I don't know if they have won it before. But yeah, his team's definitely a like they want to win team.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is for
And
sure.
like I said, like at this point, I'm kind of
4
glad
people?
that
5
that
people?
happened. Huh?
Is it a 5-person team? 6-person team?
I don't think it's 6. I think it's 5.
5 people team. Yeah, that would make sense.
But yeah, I'm super glad in the end that I wasn't good enough to go because I do not want to do events at all.
Yeah, it's
At all.
completely. Some people like them, some people don't, and it's that's the cool thing about this hobby and why I love it because you can literally hobby however you want to hobby, whether it's playing at
Yeah.
your local game store every week, whether it's just hanging out with people and painting like we do here, whether it's chilling and chatting or whatever, and you can literally achieve your hobby goals in very many different ways. Freud says, has anyone tried Marvel Crisis Protocol?
Oh god, my husband is trying so hard to get me to play that game.
I haven't. I've heard it is really fun. I've heard that like the heroes can throw the terrain around, like throw cars and lampposts at each other and stuff, and I thought that was really fun. So if anything, I'd play it just to cause mayhem. I think that'd be excellent. I'd play.
Yeah, I've heard it is an amazing rule set, and so that interests me. But I literally know nothing about the Marvel Universe, and I feel like it's hard to justify buying into it when you can't get into like the lore and stuff. So,
Yeah, because
I
like
don't know.
a lot of the stuff would be very flavor like fan based stuff, right? Like this character can do this, and you'd be like, that doesn't make sense. But a fan would be like, oh my gosh, they put that rule in, like or whatever, and you'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're so excited about this.
Right? Like I would just like start off with Magneto because he's like the only one I know and I think he's really rad, and then like I'd be like, I don't know, like what else do I take? I'd have to be like, somebody tell me. I don't even know what to search for.
Yeah. Magneto, I think, would be super fun in the MCP because he's like one of the most iconic characters. If you're living on this planet, I think it's hard pressed that you wouldn't know who Magneto is, whether or not you are like fan of the series or not, or like the comics or anything.
I don't know. He's just always been my favorite, and I don't know. Maybe I just like the baddies.
He's not, but he's like he's a baddie, but that's in like quotations. You know what I mean? Because he's like
he's lawful evil.
Yeah, exactly. Like he has the end, and he like to him like the means will justify the end. Like all the end will justify any means that he has to take to get to that end, right? So yes, but he's like not necessarily just flat out like evil. Like not chaotic evil.
I mean,
like,
he
just for the
does
sake of being
essentially want to cause genocide, so he is kind of
Well, okay,
evil.
fair enough. Fair enough. That is not nice. Yes.
It's very not nice. Yeah.
Drawing the line.
He doesn't like us normies. He's like
No.
silly normies. Then again, if you've watched The Boys at all, like, I feel like he's like the original Homelander. It's like we're more powerful than you, homie, than you normies. So we can do whatever we want.
I hear that show's
The
amazing.
Misadventures of Mr. Fish says, hey, happy Friday. Hey, Mr. Fish, what's going on? I'm prepping for my first tournament at the end of the month. Just wanted to say big thanks to Tanya. Made some cheat cards, and now I'm remembering so much more because of them. Nice.
Well, I'm glad that they are helping. I hope nobody teases you for yours.
I honestly, like, there's so many people who I know who make, like, cheat sheets or chat card or, like, cards like that, and I know a guy who calls it his HUD display, you know, because he's a pilot or whatever. He calls it his heads-up display or whatever.
Yeah.
And he literally has, like, a sheet that he uses for all this, like, all this information. I used to use one when I was learning Warhammer Fantasy back in the day, because I was like, I don't understand any of this, so I had to put all the different phases so I would remember in what order each phase was until I remembered the order. Because back in the day, you had to, like, charge phase was before your movement. So you had to, like, charge anything you wanted to charge first. And that was, like, the weirdest thing to me.
There's a couple guys here. There's someone that designs them. They make the cards into almost like magic cards. So they'll have a picture and then like the stats underneath, and
Yep.
they'll whip out their cards.
Yeah, they use that for, like, psychic powers and stuff too a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like psychic powers all on a card and stuff like that. It's just easy to kind of flip through them and whatnot.
It's so necessary.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, it's not.
Yeah, well,
I'm not salty about it.
Yeah.
Did someone say something?
Somebody made fun of
Yes.
Tanya back in the day for that.
Not back in the day. This was like this winter.
Was it this winter?
I went to like a teeny tiny little RTT playing Custodes for like the second time ever. And like the top Custodes, and I was at the bottom table, okay? And the top Custodes player in our area came over, was like, "Oh, you know all that information's in that book over there, right?"
Oh my god.
And like I was thinking about it after, and I was like, but it's not, because I have dreadnoughts. Like, they're not in that book.
And who wants to flip through a book for
Well,
9
apparently
hours?
you're just supposed to memorize everything the first time that you read a book.
Yeah, well, you know, some people are just silly. And
very silly.
some people just need a punch in the face.
Ooh.
Wow.
Skari's giving permission.
Okay, if you've been, you know, oh shit, that's the wrong way around. No wonder it feels weird. Okay, that one goes there, and that one goes there. There we go. If you have been living under a rock and don't interact with human beings, you will quickly learn that, you know, people, when they're online, they feel like they're completely safe for saying whatever the fuck they want.
That's insane.
But in real life, though, it's not how it works. Like, if you say something stupid, or if you're mean to someone, they can retort back. And it's completely okay for them to, you know, because you're being an idiot.
Yeah, I really should have said something. I really should have just been like, I'm at the bottom table.
Check it.
Fuck off.
Oh, where's this?
Like, I'm having a good time trying to help my opponent win. Like, leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was the other thing, too, because we were, like, laughing and having a good time because my opponent was also playing a new army and he was playing guard. And I was like, oh, baby, let me, like, help you get some points here.
Yep.
Right? So we were just having a good time. And then
But that's a nice
this
thing
guy
to do,
comes.
you see?
I'm the worst competitive player ever because I'm just like, haha, have fun. I'll teach you how to win.
Which is completely, that's not a bad thing, okay? That is not a bad thing.
Right, but like, yeah, I don't know, like, what is so threatening about that? I don't know. People, if you don't know somebody, don't make cheeky comments. Don't come and bother them and make cheeky comments. Mm-hmm. If it's not something nice, like, oh, I like your army, or, oh, this game looks really fun, just go away. Really.
just go.
Yeah, like,
just go away.
Just turn around.
Just go to your little clique of, like, top table friends, right? and go make cheeky comments to them.
It's almost like they're starved for attention.
Going back to chat real quick, says Nico, trying to send a picture of my Revenant with only the base color. Yeah, well, you can, I don't know, put a link. I don't know if you can, I might have to open up links here. It's just, those,
I don't know if you can on YouTube.
yeah, those chat bots are really annoying, though, like the bots or whatever that come on, so that's why we try and keep that as closed up as possible. Freud says some people need to get destroyed on the table, probably, some people, he probably just loses every time in a salty.
He doesn't. He's one of the top players in the area.
So he doesn't like losing. So he's a salty. Well, some people are just whack players, and that involves saying snarky stuff.
I wasn't playing him.
I know, but sometimes they just need to
was at
spread the
bottom
shit around.
table.
Okay? So
God.
we had this theory, okay? When I was in sales, it was called garbage truck theory. Okay?
Okay, I like it already.
So when we were in
Go
sales, you had to understand that every single person's baggage is like a garbage truck full of like trash bags, right? And they're just lugging this around every day. And then sometimes it's overfilled, right, with stuff. And so when a person's garbage truck is like overfilled, they'll either start handing garbage out to people to lighten the load. So they'll take a piece of garbage and they'll give you a piece of garbage and they'll give you a piece of garbage, because then they feel better, right, about making other people carry their garbage. Or they'll like they won't say anything, and then they'll like go to the brim and like explode and be like, and dump all of their garbage in like a big stinking pile right on top of you, right? So, and that's because of anything. It could be they're going through a divorce, or they're like losing their house, or somebody died, or like they're getting evicted or something. You never know why their like shit is full, right? But they'll dump it all on you at once. And so you have two choices as a person. You can either get on your knees and start picking up all the garbage from the pile and put it into your own garbage truck, or you can just leave the fucking pile where it is and move on with your day. So you're not the one that then hands out garbage to everyone, right? Because then your shit will be full. And that was garbage truck theory. Yeah.
But how can we tell them that we don't want their garbage?
You just have to be a serious
Tell
to tell them. I don't want your
Keep
shit.
your garbage.
But at the same time, you know,
Your shit.
but you don't have to take it either. Like if they offer you garbage, you don't have to be like, "Thank you for the garbage." Like, I will now put this in my pile until I explode because you're overburdening me, right? So it's like it's like a mental exercise of like understanding those little, you know, I'm not gonna hold on. You can hold out this garbage, but I'm not gonna grab it and like take it as my own, right? And so there's this wall of like I can distance myself from your shit. Anyway, that was garbage truck theory. Yeah. That's some serious Yoda advice, says Freud. Skari, you're fading into the warp. Yes, the warp is green, and I fade in and out like a true ethereal creature that I am. Keep your garbage on the truck, buddy. Says Addies. That can be our new like hashtag. Your garbage, not my garbage. I absolutely love it. Oh man, it's coming towards the end of the show here. But so. It takes about 10 minutes to wind this down. But before we finish up, Kaylee, Nurgle Snurgle, why don't you tell people a little about who you are, where they can find you, a little bit more about Wrath's Reach and your schedule. What can people look forward to when they're hanging out with you, or like the whole crew and all that stuff.
So for Wrath's Reach, we stream every Sunday. We stream 2 games. We've been trying to go live on time, but it can get pretty tricky because of troubleshooting and stuff like that. But we do stream at 1 o'clock Atlantic time, which is 12 o'clock Eastern. And games will go for about 3.5 hours, and then we do an hour break, and then you can watch the second game. So what we do is we bring in the community and we pin them up against each other. We actually just started Wrath's Reach League with BCP, so that's been kind of easy to pair up some people and go for some ITC points.
Nice.
But yeah, and so it's a great time. You can come and chat and do some backseat gaming and correct us on all the rules mistakes that we usually do. because there's a lot of rules. But it's been a great time of just getting the community together and build these great friendships with people. And you can find us on Twitch live on Sundays, and then you can find us also on YouTube, where we put the replays up there. It's Ras Reach Tabletop Gaming. Sometimes we've been doing some off days, like on Thursdays or whenever people are available to do streaming. We've been doing it about a year and a half, and we're just constantly evolving and making the stream better because that's what you do. And then for myself, I am Nurgle Snurgle. You can find me where my main home is on Instagram. You can watch my stories, watch some of my posts, watch what I'm painting.
Lives in Instagram, like literally is code.
Yeah. I almost lost it last week due to Rogers, but I got it back. So
Silly Rogers.
yeah, it was insane. It was like the perfect storm of getting a new phone. Oh, I'll change my password on the day of the outage, and wasn't allowed back in. Anyways, I got back, and so yeah, I do daily stories, and I try to just add some light in this grim, dark present that we're in right now, and just I have been enjoying this hobby for the last couple of years, and I just want to pass my sunshine to other people. And then you can also find me on Twitch. I've been kind of slowly coming back. I've been painting my commission work there, and I'm going to be looking into playing games and just constantly evolving like a true Nurgle worshiper.
Ah, the Garden of Nurgle continues to grow. Did you watch the Warhammer Plus episode with the Nurgle garden and stuff?
I don't have Warhammer Plus. Do you recommend it?
I personally like it. I like the shows they've been doing. Now there's a lot more content on there. You could probably binge a bunch of stuff. But the Nurgle episode for Hammer and Bolter, there's like this Nurgle one. You would love it. Like being such a Nurgle fan, just the Nurgling alone, I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
It'll be worth the price of admission, would be just to see that Nurgling's antics. Anyway. And his voice. He's that little Nurgling, man. But he's like the great unclean one Nurgling, with the little horns and stuff. Yeah, totally the great unclean one Nurgling.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'll do that.
Well, thanks a lot. We'll make sure we put Wrath's Reach up there. And the next video is when?
It should be today.
Today, okay.
Oh, the live reports, like the live battle reports are on Sundays, every Sunday.
That's awesome. Tanya Gates. Tanya, how's the painting coming along for that model?
Good. I just have to do her base, and then I finished one of the Night Haunt dudes. Like the red is done on one of my Night Haunt dudes, so 10 more to go at that stage.
Is that did you end up batch painting that 20? Or is it? Yeah. How many? Are you almost done the whole batch?
I'm probably like a third of the way done. So I'm done the red on like half of them. And then once the red is done, everything else will be super fast.
Are you enjoying the batch painting? Like now that you got down to it? Because I know when you were kind of deciding whether or not to batch paint, you were like, I don't know if I should, or
Well, I mean, I'm taking a break to paint this warband, and then I'm gonna get back into it. So I mean, yeah, I was enjoying it when I sort of took a break, but
I love it. So where can people find you, and do you have anything coming up? You recently put up a video about how to take pictures with like not crazy gear or whatever, which is really useful type of video for anybody who wants to take pictures like with what you have available and make your models look good, which is fantastic. But do you have anything else coming down the pipeline, or where can people find you?
You can find me on my Instagram, my YouTube channel, Forge the Narrative podcast, and my Patreon Discord. I don't really have anything planned at the moment, but I'll probably do some sort of rules video, Warhammer 40k Explained, short next week.
Nice. Yep. That'd be awesome. Make sure you check out Tanya, the War Mistress Gates. You do Insta stuff still, right?
I do what?
Insta stuff still.
Yeah. I talk to Instagram sometimes.
Other than that, thanks a lot for hanging out, everybody. This is a show we do every Thursday and Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we hashtag just put paint on it. If you like to support the show, make sure you go ahead on over and give these wonderful people some love. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you'd like to go a little step further, I do have a Patreon where you can support me directly. The link is in the description. On that, I've been Skari, your grateful host. This has been Tanya. This has been Nurgle Snurgle. And we will catch you on the flip side. The Paintkin. Bye, everybody. Don't
Thank you.
just put paint on it, right? Is that the different way of saying just put paint on it? Bye.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.